All right, Coach Dominic Adams, newly appointed coach, just took the job Sienna Heights up in Adrian, Michigan, right?
Correct.
All right, so tell us a little bit about the program. You're taking the reins there. Tell us about the program.
Yeah, so Sienna Heights, our first season will be next year. So right now I'm building the program, trying to find ladies who want to work in the classroom as well on the mats. We're an NAIA program in Adrian, Michigan. The exciting part about that is there's going to be 2 collegiate women's wrestling programs in the same town. I believe that's the only place in America that has that.
Huh.
I'm familiar with Adrian College, having coached there as an assistant for 2 years.
Yep.
Know the coaching staff and a lot of the ladies over there. It's going to be a great rivalry. It's going to be a lot of excitement. It's good for wrestling. It's good for the community. And so we are an NAIA school. We will so we can offer some nice financial aid packages, both academically and athletically. The school is about 2,000, so It's a smaller school, 12-to-1 class sizes, so that's something that I like. The school also fits into my values. My values are love, family, and fun. That's everything we do, everything we're about can be traced back to that. I think that's really important. And so we're just out. I was in Iowa last weekend. I was at Super 32 before that. I'm all over the place, just trying to find young ladies who are interested in furthering their education and want to do some wrestling as well.
Well, I got to tell you, I've seen you out. You definitely are a road warrior. I've seen you in different places. How exciting it is to me as a wrestling fan to see coaches at a girls wrestling tournament recruiting girls. I want you to talk to the parents now and let them know about the opportunities that abound out there, specifically with your with your organization, your program coming up.
Yeah. So there's always today there's a ton of opportunities, right? Hold on one second. All right, so she's Cadence. I've known Cadence for quite a while. She's
nice.
From Fort Clinton, so I'm really happy for her. She wrestled on Ohio's national team, so the opportunities are there. Sometimes, depending on the programs that they're in, families may have to advocate a little bit more. And it's not that coaches aren't advocating, it's just maybe they don't know, right? When I first got into
it's awareness.
I didn't know about it, right? Until somebody said, hey, there's this opportunity, right? And so just ask, and if you see a girl or whatever, have your son or daughter, ask them, hey, where do you wrestle, or whatever. There are opportunities there. Ohio national team, they do great on their social media providing those opportunities. We are looking for girls who want to work hard in the classroom and on the mat, right? Again, that fit into our values, because I think that's extremely important. The success on the mat is a byproduct, and that'll come. But as far as, I just encourage people to allow their daughters to experience it, right? Some girls who have only wrestled on a boys team, right, and they've never got that girls dual experience or the locker room experience, right? And it's just like, because there's just maybe 1 or 2 on a girls team. And so anything you can do to encourage, it's just great when you see the girls like light up, the friendships they make, and then, all of a sudden that warrior mentality comes out, right? Like I know girls who get more uptight or nervous about wrestling girls because they don't want to lose to a girl, They don't want to lose to a guy either, but it's, I just think advocating, right? Sometimes wrestlers, young ladies, it'll be hard for them to find their voice, right? So like as a coach, I'm like, how can I best advocate for my athletes, right? The same as a parent, like if you don't know, ask, right? I'll talk to anybody about anything, right? If I can help you, connect you with information, connect you with opportunities, not because I think it's a benefit for me, no, because I think it's going to help your daughter, and it's going to just provide her with not only opportunities but growth. You'll see confidence in other areas of her life.
Right.
She'll get that independence. It's just the benefits of wrestling and providing these same opportunities that have always been there for guys, for girls is absolutely vital.
So in order to create those opportunities, which you're out here mining, and some people might know, and now they're going to find out for videos like this and other things, other resources that are out there. But in order to create those opportunities, we have to grow the sport. in order to grow the sport, we've got to have some buy-in from head coaches around the nation at the high school level. What advice would you give a coach that's got a girl coming up from middle school? She's going to be on the team next year, and maybe he's a little bit apprehensive, doesn't know how to handle the situation and embrace that there's going to be a female wrestler.
Yeah, so I mean, wrestling's wrestling. However, I would, I would encourage them. Ohio has been fantastic, and Michigan as well, about growing at the high school level, especially in Ohio these last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of coaches who have a ton of knowledge, who do a lot, have grown. We got middle school programs now in Ohio, which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So there are peer coaches out there that are doing this, right? Reach out, right? If you don't have it, like if I don't know something, right, I want to turn to somebody who knows something, right? I'm going to ask them, or I'm going to search out more information. So like, not being afraid to maybe ask those coaches who have middle school girls, or how did they start a middle school program, or, how can I got one middle school girl, but how can I get 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really believe in, you create the opportunity, the bodies will follow, right? It's not, well, we got to have the bodies first and then provide the opportunity, right? No, just if there's one kid, that's enough, right? And say, okay, go to that kid and say, okay, what do you think would work? How can we outreach this in the school? What do you think, because I think it comes best when it comes from the kid. So like in terms of like bringing a friend, right? But then being all inclusive as well. I think just kind of getting everybody in the room in terms of the coaches, the administrators, the kids, their parents, right? I was up in northern Michigan in Traverse City on Wednesday because a coach had posted something about, we're trying to showcase the opportunities that are available for girls. And I said, hey, I just reached out. I'm willing to help in any way I can. He's like, oh, could you come up and talk about opportunities? And there was 26 families up there.
Oh, wow,
and,
nice.
It's just like, so anything like that, I would say, that was just a middle school and high school coach who worked together in a school district, and they just put out to all their sister schools or whatever in their district, hey, if you want to know about wrestling, girls wrestling, we're going to have this open house. And they had high school girls that talked about and middle school girls talk about their experience and what it was like. There was coaches that talked about it. They talked about the different opportunities depending on what school you're at, right?
Okay.
And so it was like they did a great job, but I mean, that was 26 families that were there, right?
Nice.
And so who knows, that might be 26 new families, 26 new wrestlers, and that's kind of how it starts.
Right. Okay, well, Coach, I appreciate your time. You got anything else you want to say?
My message is always the same, whether the kid's 5 years old or they're wrestling in the Olympic team trials. It's, I tell it the same message. Have fun, score points, love your kid, give them a hug and send them on the right. I feel like if that's, that's where you're starting from, right? The results, any wins or whatever you determine as success will come as long as, you're starting from the right place. And so that's why I'm just really excited to build this program at Sienna Heights, and I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.